So welcome to my trade review for today. What's today? September 23rd, 2024. So like we do a couple of things. One, we talk about what we thought the market would do this morning, coming like our morning review. And then second, we talk about like mental space and where we were. And then the last one, we just talk about the actual trades that we took. So let's see, let's start here where the market was this morning. All right, so I'm never prepared for these things, am I? All right, so coming up for last week, right? So last week before, prior, we kept pulled back to this area that we broke out of back from February, or when did we break out of it? May 2024, we hit an area, we pulled back, right? It's just what it is, we pulled back. And now we're just trying to figure out if we're gonna keep going up or we're gonna head back down. So last week, big thing, rate cuts, right? That was a big thing last week, rate cuts. China's economy is still not doing very well. What else? I think recently Kamala, she released her tax plan. So just a couple of things going on. But the biggest thing I think was the rate cuts, right? And see how that's going to really affect the market. So I think today, after watching the market today, I think the market's trying to figure out what to do, because today was just a lot of consolidation to see are we going to keep going up, take out some of these highs. We had seller here last week, sellers up here, sellers at some point, there were sellers here. So right here we have an area where there's a lot of sellers hanging out, right? So we're just gonna figure out which way we're gonna go. So when I saw the market this morning, I did see that there was one touch. I possibly thought it was gonna come up here and touch up at some point. We're gonna have to break these highs this week. I do feel like the market's gonna keep going up. Oh, who knows? None of us know what's gonna happen. We just make a guess and we just try to stick to our plan. That's all it is. All right, John, here we didn't take out any liquidity if we're going off the weekly. So maybe we don't have enough push to push it all the way up. Who knows? All right, so just going into it, I just wanted to see if we would hold these areas and if we could come back up here and test this week. So that was my thesis. But in the morning, like I said, I came in, of course, last week. We came down, we held, and we drove, and then we consolidated last week, and when we finally had a push, right? We finally had a push into, Thursday and Friday, and Thursday, this is the news on Thursday, right? Yep, Thursday. Wednesday, we got the FOMC. Thursday, we had the big ass reaction, and we pushed, right? But we still got into that same area where looks like there's a lot of sellers. This little consolidating area where people are deciding what they want to do. So when I came in this morning, I was like, all right, well, we didn't create a fair value gap here, but we did buy off this area. We had like a wick touch, and if you're a wick person, that you buy off the wick after a big push, and you bought there, and you had your stop loss here. If you're doing a longer trade, you'd be in profit. Nice right now, nice, right? You probably would have just taken your profit by now, but whatever. All right. Next case. So I thought the market was going to keep going up today. That's what my thesis was this morning. I like that the market came, it held. We broke out of this area with a strong candle, right? Strong candle. I rather close, to be honest, in the top 20, top 15% of the candle for a stronger close, but it did still close. And of course, which I should have figured, you should figure that it's going to push down because of all of this wick up top in these previous times, right? And the wick over here. So, still strong sellers somewhere. All right. So with that, and it held, I figured at least today we should push up and see a test. That's what I thought we were going to do. We're going to push up. I was like, all right, if we push up, maybe I can hold and it get to here, then I can hold and it gets to here, then I can hold and it gets to here. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the greatest day. All right, well, that didn't happen. But I think coming into the day, my overall mental state was pretty good, I would say. The last couple of days, I've you know, like I said, I'm super no focused on becoming profitable, you know what I mean, and consistently profitable, not like other things. So I create this little format thing for myself, you know what I mean, you know, what kind of trades I'm gonna take and how consistent I'm gonna be, and just all those different things that I plan on doing. And it's just one of those things. We're just gonna keep doing it every single day. But today was the first day of following every single step here. And I finished the day today 3 for 3. 3-0. Yeah, 3 for 3. Is that how it is? 3 for 3. 3-0. All right, didn't lose any trades. So let's see. Let's see the trades I took. But this was the day today. Look at this. I mean, as ICT would call it, I would say this is turtle soup. Oof. Right? If it comes and takes this out tomorrow, ooh, take that out. Like there's something here, then it pops, then it goes back up. Ooh. But anyway, that's not what happened. So the market just basically consolidated the whole entire day. We trade between about 100 and something points at the most. No, it was 90 something points. Yeah. No, yeah, 100 and something points. Yeah, that's it all day. All day for sometimes where the market goes 500 points. That was a pretty tame market. So, you know, maybe people are consolidating. You know, shares were getting exchanged today. So, yeah. So let's see. So let's look and see what I saw when I came in. So I didn't start trading until about 10 this morning. Well, 10 trading time. I am in New Mexico, so it's it was more like what, 8 something my time, right? 8 a.m. my time for 10. So yeah, when I came in, I was just looking the same thing. I set my charts up and I set up to see, you know, see what my highs, my lows, you know, see where some of my liquidity areas are. And then I got started. But this morning I came in, and the first thing once I started looking for the areas that were holding. So I went to the 2 hour and I saw this nice little fair value gap that was holding, right? That was holding, when was it? When did I see it? But there was a fair value gap up here that was holding. I was like, all right, let's see what happens. And it came and it touched into it, of course. And then there was another 2 hours. So we just caught between 1 and 2. One up here and then one down here. So we're just bouncing back and forth. And then I also saw, of course, we the last couple of days, if you see, we pushed out. We had a break here. We pushed a nice strong candle. We pushed out. Then we came back in, tested down here, our breakout area. It held, and we've just been pushing up. So now we're just in the consolidating area. So we technically are out of this trading area, and we should be trading above it, right? So yeah, so we're looking maybe for the next, if you were like one of those, if you trade trend lines, you're looking for that trend line break. We hold, we push, we break, we buy, right? You know, if that's what you trade, it looks like we're holding, right? And it looks like things are getting tighter and tighter and tighter before it makes a strong move some direction. So I came in, I saw these little areas, and the biggest thing I was looking for when I came in is that I wanted to see a wick above let me tell you the trade I was looking for and I was hoping for. Because I saw there was consolidation, right? I saw there was consolidation up in this area. So I was hoping for like when I got here late. So I was looking for a wick push above here, right? That's what I was looking for, a wick push above here, then we come back in and go. But we didn't push. Look what we did. We came super close and then we just died, right? So if I would have gotten a nice wick push and then we got in our trading strategy, we would have pushed and would have got a nice run there. But that's not what happened. So let's see. So let's look at the trades I actually took. So this time I actually wrote down my entries and exits because I actually take my trades on a different platform. So let's see. So the first trade, all right, let's see. Let's go down here, Yep. So my first trade came down here. Okay. So if you look on the other chart, this one is going to be a big volume chart. Say right here. You see that big volume here? So I saw this big volume. So I was looking for a continuation. Right, continuation. I was looking for it to wick through here. That's what I was looking for, right? To see what had happened, once it got through that area. Eventually it did that, but for this one, I was looking through it. When it came down to it, I saw like a nice buy, like people just bought it up. So when I saw it going up, I just actually bought since I just did a scalp on it, just momentum scalp, and that's technically not a part of my strategy right now. So my first trade was outside my strategy, and that's not good, even though I won. I made money and I got the 10 points that I was looking for. It was out of my strategy and I should not have taken that trade. But regardless, I got in at 20062. Right there on this one. And then it pushed it up to 20072. Right here. That's where I got out, right? And I should not have taken that trade. It was just that simple. That was a wrong trade. I took a momentum trade and it could have did anything and just pushed and killed me. But I was looking for I saw the wick, so I was like, all right, this looks like it's something that can hold and I can still just get that 10-point push, right? So I took the trade and it worked out, but I should have never taken that trade. All right, so tisk tisk. Glad it worked out, but tisk tisk. It should not have worked out. All right, second trade was actually a trade in my strategy. All right, so let's go. So I was looking for a, what is it? A wick through an area where there is an area. So I was looking for a wick through this area, right? Through this 15-minute low, right? And if you look at the chart, other charts, it should be like an hour time frame or hour fair value gap or something down here that was still holding, or maybe it was something. It was a 2 hour. Let me see. 2 hour. Yep, 2 hour fair value gap. So when you wick through it, I was like, it wicked through it. I took here. When it wicked through it here, that's when I got mine and I got my trade. So let's go down to the smaller time frame. Let's go to the 2 minute. And my entry was 252, 252, 252. So right here. So it was this fair value gap here. This one right here. No, what am I doing? That's not it. It was a 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yes, it was this fair value gap here. Right there, right? And I saw this turtle soup, I guess what ICT would call it. Just garbage going on, just buy and sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and just not really picking a direction. So when I saw this and I saw all these wicks, I was gonna go a higher number of contract based on what my my strategy called for. But then I saw all these wicks and I was like, well, if I don't get a strong push through, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? What if it doesn't work? You wanna make sure that you give yourself enough space just in case it doesn't work out. So once it pushed and I closed up here, 252, I got in at 252.75. So probably right there's where I got in. And it pushed. And it pushed, it didn't get to it. Then it pulled all the way back. But I had my stop loss down below here. Normally your stop loss is gonna be here, but because I lowered my size and I saw how the market was going, I was okay with lowering my size and still giving the same amount of money risk in a sense. So I put my stop loss, where was it lower? Yeah, it was below here. Yep, below here. Right below here. Yep, 32. Yep. And it consolidated. And I was like, well, this doesn't look like it's going to work out. I got up, came back in a game, and we got a nice push. And I got out at 262.75. Yep, right there. Nice trade. Yep. Nice trade, and then after that it wicked. And if I would have stayed in, and it went against my plan, I would have gotten wicked out. So yeah. So that was a higher risk, less reward in a sense. But I read the market. I gave myself more area for a stop loss. You know, I read how the chart was going, and I was hoping that it would hold. It held, and it worked out for me. And then the third trade was not say something in my wheelhouse right now, but it's something I've been watching. If you come over here in the last couple of days, if you're seeing how the market's been working, a couple of days ago, you would get a, let's just go over here. Let's go on the 15-minute. It's basically 3 steps that happen, right? We get a hold on a 15-minute, right? Then the 30-minute, we get a bigger candle, right? And then on the hourly, we get this candle, right? That's what happened a couple of days ago, and it pushed, and you held, and it pushed, and you would have got to here, right? That's what happened the next day, of course. But it happened during the day as well, so you would have got out here. But the push is for it to get all the way up here. So I saw the same thing happen again today. So it was over here, so the 15-minute held, right? After the 15-minute held, I saw this nice engulfing 30-minute candle, and then that 30-minute candle turned into this hourly hammer right here. So I was like, all right, you know, I was okay with losing all the money that I made today because I wanted to test to see if it would work, right? So I purchased it once the hourly closed. I purchased it. I let it go for a little bit. And then I was gonna wait, you know, but I saw that it wasn't moving and like nothing was happening, no volume was coming in. So I just took my same 10 points I normally would have taken. This is a bigger risk, but I wanted to see. I was okay with losing all the money and even losing less to see if this strategy, if it would work, because I've seen it a few times, that same play, that same setup a few times, and if it breaks and it hits here. So if it would have gotten here, then it would have gotten there, and then we'd be looking for the higher. Let me see. Yeah, so we've been looking for here, broke here, and then would have got up here. Remember this morning what I was saying? Oh, I want to see it go boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so that's what I was hoping for when it came. Trend line break, boom, one here, one out here, one out there. So that's what I was hoping for. It didn't work out, but I got out and ended up finishing. Actually, I got 12 points on that one. I had went more points than that, but after I saw it was settling in, not moving, I just took what I had and moved on. So yeah, so those are my trades for today. Hopefully I'm getting a little bit better at these. Yeah, and if you want to learn how to trade, you know, hit me up. I got time. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.